Hey, you know what? I just been my very first suicide girl. Because imagine that they were all after me, the good night, uh, with the curse of Christ and all that, and what I used to have at least. And it's getting better and better. I'm getting a pretty good team lined up right now. Got a whole bunch of stuff going, dragons. Cyclops, big creatures, all sorts of images that I've pimped with music, grindcore, metal, and Epica and Nightwish and all those bands. I kind of have this warm or stiffness inside me that the music just squeezes me and does a gin, makes a gin out of me kind of thing. It's stronger than me. Whenever I resist, I'm sifting somebody through this washing machine. The power of images, just the way I move right now, is some sort of sifter to purify the evil whites and the evil golds and whatever stays evil and doesn't take its medicine. So it's the music just pushes me. I'd call it a chakra dancing or sorry. Basically, you just kind of stare at open-eyed at something like I'd be staring at the screen I'm on, and it will always look for some sort of white light to make it to either gold or other white lights in a sequence where they can jump without paying the atmospheric tax of light traveling and color traveling and dimension traveling and all that. I noticed that a lot of it was actually cats. And whenever you're forcing, they're disconnecting their ears and they're opening these hallucinations on each side. Now, I managed to, they used to be like this person always whizzing by whenever you'd stop looking. There was these doors on angles. On every single angle, you'd start forcing and casting a spell on them with images and stuff. Because me, the music just kind of grabs. Now it's all messed up because I'm playing with myself. The image is, I should retard the image or advance it so it doesn't respond the same time I do so we could correct each other kind of thing. But you basically follow the love. But sometimes you gotta do this twister thing to get them out of your vision, to get to break. And you see a lot of subsequence, more and more people are kind of breaking. You hear this popcorn popping. Well, I do. They're breaking all the light connections that the rats and the traitors and hypocrites that used to wear white. Their white power was evil. It was supremacist. It was Nazis and fascists blocking us from the Tao, the Chi, the Wei, the Prana, the beer, the whiskey. We had to drink whiskey to get all that back, and become brave so they would obey the brave because they were so fearsome or fearful or whatever. So I invented a whole bunch of machines and a whole bunch of images are interacting with all those friendly white spots that tend to try to swindle me and kill me all the time. And they're making me chain smoke and do speed and they're giving me envies I shouldn't have. I can show you an example. I'll pick an image. Here's a guitarist. It's Kurt Hammett. So if I look at his image, I feel this love feeling. Kiss, 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 ding, ding, ding. That kind of updates the black all the time. It updates the phone too, but the red is a purifying color. It's a color of change. So whenever somebody has an attitude you don't like, you just sift them through red, or you give them yellow. The white spots, the white light lovers don't like yellow. So they do the impossible. They'll have this other thing wiggling, and this object, it's not paying taxes for occupying kind of thing, and it's wiggling you and moving your head, so you open a door for them to leave and to avoid the medicine, the color medicine and the frequency medicine. So you kind of need music to hammer it into them and to fuck them into becoming better. Most true colors will actually purify. Green will, for me, it's the truth. Somebody green says the truth a lot. Somebody yellow is like Johnny. He's nosy. He's gonna speak this yellow language that's harmful for the evil the one that hurts. That hurts. That pain. Oh, that pain. So whoever would intimidate you for loving hates the yellow language. That's why we give them yellow pants and yellow. But they try to avoid it as much as they can, and they pretend to become yellow lights, but they don't sift in the yellow at all unless there's somebody speaking or giving it to them. But we usually give them red free. And on the Kurt Hammett picture, what I want is red. So that means that evil occupying me is trying to change. But it might be swindling me and taking red without sifting the red information. And they often do that. So that's why we need this rotation induced by music, that love, that crushes the love, and that makes them love that color they're on or that thing they're on. So they're obliged to sift in and to smoke or to drink, to inhale that changing color. So every drum beat, every guitar blast, and drums will use the force, temptation, the fire, the air, the water. They'll use all those elements to bring it to a new source of inspiration, because it connects and it has all these habits that will make him connect to this sequence where he always ends up in this type of home they call it, that's always white. Or sometimes they'll make a tattoo and move into their tattoo, because they always lose their house. Whenever people snap those breakers they're on, I don't know, there doesn't seem to be nobody evil in my image in front of me right now. The images are barely moving. And I have some snapping going on. Maybe it's from the Kurt image. Because they'll usually run for white first. So what you got to do is you got to trick them, because they're inside you, and they use your temptation because they lose their sight. They end up not knowing where their home is, and they can't breathe, or they have heartaches or stuff like that. So they need you to take them to a new home. So what you do is you trick them or you betray them. You have to betray them sometimes. They would betray you if they would be stuck. But you betray them into taking this bath that'll make them better. So what you do is you love or you tempt them towards red, thinking about white kind of thing. So they feel that the temptation, they know you're loving something, and they want to be like you, especially when you're one like me. So what they do is they grab whatever you loved as soon as they feel love. And then they know, oh shit, I got red. Oh shit, I got yellow. Oh shit, I got blue. Blue is a water bath kind of thing. And it takes a lot of their powers away. But it changes for the good way, for the right way. Because the fascism in society and the church, the Christian church, and the pyramidal hierarchic system of slavery and godliness ruling over mankind kind of thing, and the democratic scam that came out of Greeks that were living off slavery. So we got anarchism working right now, which is the mandatory sifting through healing colors kind of thing. And it's transforming and changing your lifestyle and becoming something that eliminates evil instead of eliminating good. Because what fascism would do, it would destroy families, it would destroy good couples, it would separate brothers and sisters, it would separate families, it would, at the end, everybody was killing each other. They would, with these little movements they do, these doors they would open that would tempt, and every time I get a smoking envy or temptation, it always comes from somebody tempting me in front of me or inside me. So those tempters are programmed to kill me. So I have no choice. That's why I do all this. And I'm staring at images all day. It's to program allies and women into fuck women, because the two or the camp, they identify themselves as girls. So when they say lovely girls, because you got to fuck common sense into them. The common sense is in the red and the blue, the green, the yellow, the purples, and the temptations in the purple, the loves in the pink. So you got to bring them towards love instead of tempting good, and you teach them how to tempt evil, or whoever harms good people, or manipulates them, or swindles them, betrays them, or does evil stuff to good people. They have to become the protectors of good in this new anarchic sifting system of color, frequency, magnetism, objects, because these COVID spirits will occupy and make faces and become things around you, and they always need, well, one's black and one's white. And they've been programmed to dominate and overpower us all and to destroy us all, I think, some of them. And I don't know if it's the animals that got crazy because they had the Animal Liberation Front going for a while. Maybe they managed to overpower us with that master blue they used to have, that we sift through magenta to remove their mastery power so we'd get our heads back. So we'd be reprogramming all those cats and dogs and animals and wildlife to act in a proper way. But I think it was a lot of that, or it might have even been aliens that were trying to abduct us. Plus the fascists, and I think they noticed they were trapped themselves. And that's why they accept this sifting game, hoping to keep their evil deeds, because that's what they don't want to lose is their possibility to lie and to hide something in this dimension door. This way. They open for each other, and they always open a white light to let the person pass into the white, into their zone, where they become some sort of father swan or teal swan. Well, they don't like the teal swan, but they become some sort of father, and so they can dominate and overpower and command a lot of people or whoever that's in front of them. And some of them got so powerful that they can control even before you even start thinking. So you got to get used to, well, I think they got pretty much a good clean white going, and they're pretty much all redirected to the cleaner white that's done its chromatic purge and frequency purge with music and words, and placing the words at the right place on those mantras, and all those mantras, and where they should end up, sifting through woods, sifting through plants, sifting through flowers, offering all my beloved ones to a bouquet of flowers, and to thank them for their lovely roses, because we rose again. So there's going to be that's what I spend my days doing, except when I can have a little tattoo and start do a bit of work. But otherwise, I'm a bit obsessed by dancing and pimping pictures. See, Charlotte here is sifting us through plants, and she's getting her orange hair dyed with teal. And she wants Master Blue in her mic and her ears to gain a master level. But for that, she needs this bath, I think, to make sure she doesn't overpower us or try to take control of our lovely freedom. Whoever takes control and dominates others is subject to his own dictature and playing a domination game forever with its own dominant species. But they dominate each other to know who's the alpha and the boss, and then they try to corrupt every zone they're in. All that. So for me, images all move, especially with music. They kind of stretch me and they show me this hook. There's always a hook or points that have the love or the temptation on them. And the images all move and show me. These angels move once in a while and guide me on my overhead. And I managed to get all these spirits that were coming in, or these things looking for eye spots and making figures and animal shapes sometimes, or just godly shapes. It always try to overpower and become the supreme god of everything, and to dominate us all and to have us under their control, kind of thing. But I haven't lived any overpowering in a while, and I think I managed to take advantage and to advance beyond those overpowerers stuff. So, thanks a lot of now I got Epica playing. They're giving me my guitar. Next video, I'll play you guys some guitar. I've been kept from doing everything I love to do. So all of a sudden, I had all disappeared. After 5 years, I noticed that I wouldn't do anything that I used to like to do: drawing, painting, playing music, being creative, cooking. A lot of stuff I quit doing. It was this curse that just always distracted me and kept me away, made me feel bad whenever I'd be doing something that was good for me, that was constructive. So I'm trying to get all that back for a while. And I often update my musicians by looking at pictures of their bands, and she says she overpowered me, so she gives herself a grayscale bath. Look at this. How you feel? You're here. The two black spots are rapidly taken. One has a white dot. It's her new mic. Something just jumped in the image. I wonder what it is. I wonder who takes that thing when it opens real quick. It takes something, and I don't know if it's them playing tricks on me, getting me to smoke and get high and shit. It wants to go there, I think. It can't go to the... Okay, I'll take him to the corner. There's a white spot on the corner. It's pink. It wants to be this parcel. Is there a bomb in it? I don't know. So yeah, so it's kind of fun because I'm always playing with love, and I'm just they want to get me interested in women because they had me a bit disinterested because I wouldn't have any luck with women at all. I'd only attract 200-pound fat women that would with narcissistic pervert tendencies that would destroy a good night's mind in the time you say it, kind of thing. Or I'd get Anne or Anne something, or I'd get Rose a lot. I'd get all these fucking fuck-ups and roses. I got the worst ones. I got the death rose. They kissed me everything they had. Now they're stuck. They don't have fuck all. You can only tempt and make me smoke, but they're sifting through all this marvelous grayscale right now. Dave Mustaine. He was being punished because he was trying to dominate. All those old musicians have this domination thing in their music and in their attitude that they don't do on purpose. Never disagree. Nail to me again. I am your destiny. Your agony, my father. I will never set you free. Yeah, again, the philosopher. So I play around with their pictures, see what doors they open. Often I have a prana, I have beer. They all open this beer place for me. They don't want to be skulls no more, seems like it. I get all these visits from these butterflies. All these night butterflies coming in right now. Me and the baby. Oh, we got a white one back. SNFU I haven't heard a lot in a while. Now this is SNFU's picture. You might be getting a bath right now because the gin's going overload. Somebody's there and this is a pivot point, this little white dot. So I just crunched it. But I think it's taking me to my guitar. But I don't want them to control my guitar yet. I don't want them to play with, keep me from tuning it. I had this trouble tuning it the other day. I always have trouble doing whatever I try to do. There's always a sabotage. My cat would sabotage me for everything. I said I just transferred whatever red was in here into this sifting device. There's Mary's blood up there for vampires. Well, they tried to scare me with vampires, but I don't believe in them. Because I destroyed them and I gave them a way that turned them back into humans. Because I didn't want to have to fuck with vampiric attitudes and shit. So what the fuck is this parasitical attitude? Because they try to suck on me. They make me feel weak, and they tell me that they were sucking on me. So I took a bottle of Mary's blood out, and it healed them with a way. Take your way. Breathe in, and he's breathing. Okay. So yeah, I play with the way. The music helps me and guides me all the time, and oh, he sure has a lot of gold chains on there. He's a tattoo artist, Bob Tyrell. Lacuna coil with my heart with the swords in it. Was that a trap for me, or I don't know? I don't really get trapped anywhere anymore. Not like the white ones that need this white house. But I tricked them into getting a better house and a better white, a stronger white. And but they have to forget about their evil deeds and lying. That's what the baths do. They just change and end up forgetting to do whatever they would do that would maintain this dynamic they were trapped in. They don't think they're trapped in anything when you start to work on them. But once they get out of the bath, they're a lot happier. And plus, you give them what they want, the colors they want, but you apply what that means. A lot of them would fakely wear our colors or this and that color, but they were killing us. The resistance and the anarchists and the peace people and the marginals, the activists, and they would kill us. So just by doing this bath thing, they forget about killing the good night and stuff and destroying good. And they start this dynamic that starts giving baths to evil or killing evil if it remains evil and needs punishment. A lot of times they have to die. It's this thing about immortality we have. By going in the bath, you can gain immortality. I shouldn't be talking to people about this, but it's true. Dying is a human concept, and it's concept kind of thing. Because we can live eternally. We don't need the church to make us live eternally. All we need to do is to become good and to destroy evil. So that I don't want to make this video too long. So basically, my days are purifying the blacks and fucking with the women pictures that move and fuck me to try to find the soft spot to update them so they stop killing me and eliminating good. So people get their red bath going. And so I could finally meet my fucking soul sister that I've been kept away from women for 10 years. I'm agonizing. I really need to fuck. I'm fucking pictures. At least I'm not on porn. They kind of take me away from that. But with all this portal stuff, with going to black or white or shadows or stuff like that, and tricking them into the bath kind of game, there's plenty to do. But you always have to listen to music, and it's this permanent job. And then you hear all these things about you're one, and then in an anarchist society, there's no actual king. Well, there is a king because somebody needs to apply all these changes. But the way I picture it is he's under this council that obeys the collectivity. So he's king on the floor at the same level as the people. But I hope I'll get renowned for all the work I do. It's actually the musicians doing a lot of the work, but I'm the one doing the dancing and making all these decisions every once in a while. And they're taking my instinct of resistance and resisting that evil. Since I was the best, they would call me my best. So that they made me best because they would always call me best. So that's why people kind of all rely on me, I guess, on what I'm going to do in this and that situation and on my type of bath kind of thing. So I don't want to be any longer than this. It was just to tell you that I'm working hard on all of you, and I hope you're pleased with your new colors and your new realities. And we're going to continue sifting you through the bath until the society becomes perfectly anarcho-collectivist. And having a collaborative white and black and all people that walk straight and honestly and with respect and all the best values a good society evolving non-stop and constantly would have. So that's what I locked us in, is to constant evolution and stopping to do this loop we were doing in time, keeping us and locking us on to this apocalypse. And so we overwrote the apocalypse and we're heading in another direction. Now we have to fight and occupy all these government constraints we have in order to remove all this mask and COVID stuff they're trying to make us do. So that would be the mission: remove evil COVID laws and disobey. Peace. Ding 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 ding. Metal. And fuck you. I like those hand symbols, and so you use the force, Luke. Okay, Luke, I am your father. So see you all. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I'm not too weird in what I speak about. Just trying to get people to understand what we're doing here. Bye-bye.